Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Aston and I'm an artist. And in this video, I documented a outdoor painting session that I did when I was in Japan on the island of Hokkaido. This was a beautiful lake called Lake Kanayama. And we were staying at a nearby hotel, the Larch Log Hotel, which is an awesome hotel, and all the rooms are huge and felt kind of like a ski chalet, but I heard that this hotel is actually being sold and soon will be under new management, which is a bummer. But anyway, I had a quiet day to myself when I went out to make this painting in the wild, and I just took a walk sort of around the hotel property. I think I was actually looking for the lavender fields, which were across the lake, but they weren't in bloom yet. So I just kind of looked around. I thought the lake was beautiful, and I looked around for a place where I could just sit and work in my sketchbook for a while. And I saw there was this, I think it's a water sports rental company where people can take out boats and canoes on the lake. And there's just this little pathway that sort of, I think maybe the lake was high due to rain. And there's this little pathway that just went right into the lake, and beautiful green grass on off to the side, and the green hills across the lake. So I just sat down and started working in my sketchbook. I knew I wanted to paint outdoors. That was the whole purpose of this walk. So in advance, I packed up a little travel to go art kit. In a previous video, I showed you my entire travel art kit for Japan, and in this particular session I used this little pouch, which you can see kind of at the top. It's on top of my backpack, and in there I put my small portable painter that has 6 pans, I believe, and my rolling up set of 36 Prismacolor pencils, and I think 3 water brushes that I had filled in advance with water, and a pencil, probably a magic rub eraser, and a V7 pen. And unfortunately, I didn't capture the sketching and pen part of making this drawing, but I was just sat here and looked across at the beautiful hills across the lake, and I did a pencil drawing first, and then I went over it in pen, and then I erased and started just laying down light washes of gouache paint. I'm sure I've talked about it before. This particular gouache paint is not my favorite. It's a student set from Winsor Newton. There you go, that you can see my setup. And I don't recommend you purchase it, so I'm not going to spend too much about it, but this was my view, and it was absolutely beautiful. The weather was beautiful. It was really fun just sitting there close to the edge of the lake. And at one point there was like a big family, maybe a family reunion or something, who rented canoes out on the lake. So there were it was this one big Japanese family, so there were maybe 10 canoes out at one time, and it was really nice. People were just joking and laughing, and a lot of people said hello to me, because I was an obvious foreigner, just sat there working in my sketchbook. But it was really nice. I said hello to people, and I asked these 2 little girls in their canoe if they were having a good time, and they said that they were, that it was a lot of fun. I asked them, "Tanoshiiiii desu ka?" And they answered back, "Tanoshiiiii, we're having fun." And it was really cute, and this just was such a beautiful afternoon for me. I think I was here for about at least 2.5 hours working on this little spread in my Royal Talons art creation sketchbook. You can see I have a ukanmuri clip which is my new favorite kind of clip, holding my sketchbook down. And I first applied paint from my portable painter palette with water brush, and then I went over the top of it with Prismacolor pencils to sort of add extra dimension, extra color, extra detail to this session. And the weather was perfect. It was, sunny and 75, and there was a nice breeze. And I was so happy that I found this little place just to sit. And sadly, this is the only time that I did this my whole trip to Japan, painted outdoors, and worked in my sketchbook outdoors. I did kind of work in it in a cafe a couple of times, but this was really the only time that I went out with paint and sat somewhere for a long time and just worked on something in my sketchbook. And I did really enjoy it. It just was time for myself, doing something that I wanted to do on a beautiful day. And I really recommend doing that if you like that kind of thing. And I wish I had done more of it on my trip to Japan. But I did have this beautiful afternoon out on the lake. And Hokkaido is just so beautiful, so naturally beautiful. And Lake Kanayama is one of many gorgeous lakes that have mountains and hills around them. And I did take photos of a lot of the lakes that I visited. Oh, there was a bee. I think I jumped up in fear. I mean, of course, I don't mind bees as an insect, but I don't love them in my personal space, I must say. So I think I jumped up and ran away at that point until the bee went on its way. And I came back to this, adding some of the white ripples on the top of the lake. The wind was blowing and making ripples on the lake, and it was just beautiful. And one of the only times in the entire trip that I felt like I had a relaxing afternoon. I guess a vacation like this to somewhere quite far away that I've never been to before and always wanted to go to is very action-packed with activity and sightseeing. And so it was really nice just to take an afternoon. I think I needed it at this point. I was very, very tired. This was the first part of the trip, which was a motorcycle group trip. And I'm a new rider. I had never done anything like that before. And I was really amazed at how much energy is required to ride a motorcycle all day. Anyhow, I loved this painting and drawing session. Oh, there's an ant. Climbing the mountain. I think I said he was climbing the mountain. I really enjoyed this afternoon. It feels so nice sometimes to take time just for yourself and just working in your sketchbook or reading a book outside, or time to just sort of be. And I don't think we do enough of that in the culture in general. So these are just sort of final moments I captured of being out there by the lake and what I was seeing. And maybe I'll drop in at the end of this another quick look at what I made in my sketchbook. But this was a beautiful experience. Visit Lake Kanayama if you can. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.